students, the JSS students, how are you? I hope you're fine this afternoon. And we are today going to talk about the last love, which we of course went through yesterday. Yesterday we were just focusing on the synopsis of the general book. Now today I'm going to enlighten you on the styles. So the styles that are available in this book. We have local dialect. It's only used once in the entire book. That is page 9, whereby we have a song being sung by the workers as they exit. So they sing the song shughuli shughuli kwa mzee ni mateso o. Check that page, you'll find details of the same. The second style that is very much used is idioms or idiomatic expressions. Now, if you look at the text, you will find a lot of idiomatic expressions. On page 3, we have an idiomatic expression, out of the mind, meaning insane. When you go to page 27, you will find a walk in the park, meaning easy. Then we have page 12, not see an inch beyond their noses. That means they don't have a broad perspective. We have tasty honey, page 27, meaning the best things that one can ever have. Page 27, lighting a lamp. Lighting a lamp is making it clear to me. We have page 13, workers are not going to take what their sweat cannot bear. That means overworking. Page 21, he has the key to unlocking the gates of despair. That is, he has the ability to eliminate trouble from your life. Page 3, take the veil off your eyes and see the reality. That is, see the reality. Taking the veil off your eyes, it means opening up your view or perspective. Then we have page 3, I have a duty to guide you home. Guiding you home is to help you understand based on the context of that book. Now, we have a style known as euphemism. Euphemism is used only once in this text, page 31. My final resting place, meaning grave, or rather when I die. The fourth style is letter, or we call it epistolary mode. Oka writes a letter to Orwa indicating that he released the workers who were impatient and unable to bear with the poor working conditions in Orwa's farm. He also indicates that he believed they could turn violent, and that's why he had to release them to go. The next style is onomatopoeia, and we have only 2. When you check on page 40, you'll find swings. Then page 10, clicks. We have another style, irony. So irony comes in this book as Orwa. Orwa says that they underwent colonialism, and during that time, oppression was at verge, and so him and the wife could be put in the boot, sometimes mistreated on the farms and all that. However, when we look at the text, Orwa is very proud of the oppression he's making the workers undergo. We do not expect a man who really knows the pain of oppression to make others suffer the same. It is also ironical for Tai to indicate that they are fighting through poverty or against poverty. Even though they are fighting as a family, they are not allowing the rest of the workers to also fight against. And yet, he says all of them are fighting against it. So this is ironical. We do not expect him to say so on page 24. When we look at another situation, page 39, Orwa believes that locking up Oka will save him from trouble on his farm. Yet, we realize that this brings more trouble in the farm. In fact, workers begin to curse him. We have another irony workers are given freedom to leave the farm, yet some do not want to go. That is around page 3. It is also ironical that all workers are released and some remain. We see Nyata remaining. He does not go anywhere. When we look at the text, we also see songs have been used. We have 2 songs. The first song, 3 songs of course. The first song is on page 9, when we see workers leaving and they are saying shughuli kwa mzee ni mtego o. Then we have another song when the workers are planning to strike and they are singing, I'll answer, I will answer, I will answer. I will answer to the call of my comrade laboring for my boss. That is on page 4 to 5. The same song is repeated later. We have analogy. If you don't know analogy, these are stories that come up to teach us a lesson and they have something comparable to what is happening in the current situation. Now on page 24 to 25, we have an analogy when Oka shows the family the situation of a poor man who sold his land to a rich man and the rich man bought. There is another situation of a rich man who decided to help the poor man to develop his land. The two meet in the market and we see that who did not sell but was helped to advance is happy. We have another analogy when Oka shares about the army men and the commander ordering for people to be shot. So this is comparable to his father and mother who are making others suffer under poverty. We have metaphor. We see that he turned into a disease and drove the vampire away on page 34. We have similes, few of them. Page 18, oppression can be like a contagious disease. Page 32, he does think like a child. Page 8, empty stomach rose like a threatened lion. Then we have page 17, most are lazy as a toad. That is Orwa saying. We have allusion. Oka refers to himself as David, whereas Ami is Goliath. That is page 30. Then we have this song, the biblical song, on the call of the Lord. It has been transformed, but it was borrowed from the Bible. We also see the writer allowing Orwa to feel thirsty, just like we see the rich man in the Bible being thirsty and asking for water from the poor. That is page 44. We have an aside. I think if you looked at page 6, you saw that Kola was speaking aside about what has happened of the workers. Ellipsis is very much in this book. Anywhere you see dots, 3 dots happening before a speech is over, that is ellipsis. Page 6, look at page 26, 12, look at page 31, 12, 36, 38, 27, 18, 39. We also have speech released by Mariko on page 3 to 4. We have another speech on page 5. Rhetorical questions are very many. Any part where you see a question that no one answers, we have rhetorical questions. What does a young child like you know about human life? Page 18. Page 41. Did they bury the carcass of those cows that were on the field? Then, don't they breathe the same oxygen we breathe? Don't they have the same blood chemistry like us? Now check more on page 19, 33, 3, 13, 24, 2, 38, 42, 43, 2, 6, 31, 5, 8, 8. We have Proverbs. We have Proverbs in this book. Page 21, a person's limb from an injury cannot be hidden. Page 15, it is only a fool who despises his father's advice. Page 15 again, it's only a wise teacher who makes joy of learning. Page 30, it is the wicked who walk on the roads filled with thorns and pitfalls. We have 19, guide a horse with a whip, a donkey with a bridle, and a rebel with a rod. Page 17, it's better to remove the logs in our eyes before we see the specks in others. We have sarcasm, especially Orwa uses it a lot in this book when he's despising the teachings of Oka. Yeah, page 31 and 32 and 39. Then we have personification, just one example on page 4. That day the world will see all the life's faults. Then we have a monologue on page 40 when Orwa is talking to himself. Yeah, he's talking to himself after the police take Oka away. So, students, I hope you had a very nice moment as we went through the styles. And if there is anything you would wish to clarify for clarification, ask and I'll be free to share with you. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye for now.